up, we'll see David Montgomery. He's coming off an incredible...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. First carry for James Conner. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now Murray trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To the 22-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bothering him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third down, it's Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys. You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the Bears at 3-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing the offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Murray. Flushed out right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. So
here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Play action. It's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, Fields. Going deep here for Parker. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing again is Fields. Past the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 16-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They begin on the ground here with Conner. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Conner going to get it again on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Conner up the middle. Gets around him. And he's got this down to the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Conner's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bears! Velus Jones from 13 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Murray now to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Murray going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off play action, Fields. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. Murray now. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another hard time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
And stopped him in his tracks. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run here with Conner, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals use the short field to get in for 6. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure this.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Cameron Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Murray now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's caught again by Schultz. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10 is counter. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd and a yard, Murray, and that's going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Touchdown, Chicago!
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now the point after try for Santos. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Now Murray. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down, here's an option right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. I'll tell you, if you lined up Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson for a foot race, I think Kyler Murray might just be a bit faster. And, boy, was he moving there. Incredible.
And anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Sione Taki able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Montgomery now, 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. Room here to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 114 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Running for it, Montgomery. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 34-31. 53 ticks to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Murray to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. First throw in overtime by Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
Still 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. What can Murray do now with his drive? He'll dump this one off to Connor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Murray connects with Moore here, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. First down, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. 20, 10, 5, and he is in for the score. It's absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness